Hello, this is SK Williams, and this is the 117th video I have uploaded to YouTube. And it reminds me of an old television show, First Wave. It was a show that was produced by Martin Scorsese. It was actually a Canadian show, but it ran on the Sci-Fi Channel. And it was about a man who was considered test subject 117, or 117, as they kept saying. I don't really remember the show that well. I remember that one of the aliens actually sided with him at some point in the show, and he had this friend that was a conspiracy theorist, but I don't really remember much more than the fact that there were going to be 3 waves of invasion, and this was the first wave, and the point of the show was to end the second wave. I also don't know if the show ever actually ended, or if it was cancelled before any resolution occurred. But I do remember the premise, and it's an interesting one because the idea was they had a lot of test subjects of humans, and they wanted to test the psyche and break them to see how long it would take to break them. And 117 didn't break. He was unusually resilient, and that's what made him interesting, but it also is why he was able to fight them. And it brings up a good point. When life gives us an overwhelming amount of challenges, most people break or quit or walk away. But there's always a tiny percent that persevere and overcome, and that tiny percent press on. And while they don't always succeed, they are sometimes also defeated, they often do succeed. At least a little. And I think maybe we should all be like that, to an extent. I'm not saying much, this is a platitudinal video. But I will say this. Maybe we should all be a little more like 117 in that show. I'm not suggesting watching the show. I don't really remember it that well, and I don't know if it's good or not, or if it would have held up. But I am saying that that lesson can be taken from it. I think lessons can be taken from a lot of things, including fiction. With that said, thank you, God bless, and goodbye.